Oh. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. What you repping, Jackson State, Braxton?
Yeah.
Who you with?
JSU. Rocks the hall. Oh. Boom, boom, boom.
Here you go. If you are Tiger born, I can't read. You got to go over there and do it.
That over there and that.
Oh, okay. If you are Tiger born and Tiger bred and not a loaf of bread, put a tiger in the chat. If you are Tiger born and Tiger bred, and I ain't talking about a loaf of bread either. Braxton.
I had to take out the white thing.
Okay.
I didn't know what black thing was the computer.
Okay, let me see if that worked. Let me see if that worked. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I see my Tiger born, Tiger bred. Tiger born, Tiger bred. Not bred. I know that's right. It's good to see some Tiger born, Tiger bred in the chat tonight. All right. Oh, the Buffalo Bills lost. The door is closed. The door is closed. Braxton, what are you doing? Oh, okay. So the transfer portal, of course, as of yesterday, is closed. Thank you guys for tuning in. I apologize for not being here for the past week. Braxton bought home influenza A and then he gave it to me. So, oh, you don't have nothing to say? Huh?
No, a serious face.
Okay. So I want to start the show off with it's not really an advertisement, but this is the King McNeil collection. I'm just making folks aware of the King McNeil collection. They have some really great HBCU pieces. So I'm going to open up the piece tonight, one of the pieces. And they have 30% off right now. If you go to their website, they have 30% off, already marked down prices for the Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Ooh, I'm excited. It's not sponsored by the King McNeil collection, but they are having a 30% off sale. They got some really nice pieces. Oh, let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I got. Let me show you what I got. Mm-hmm. This is great quality. As you guys can see, it says tigers on it. Ooh, so nice. So nice. And then if you take the zipper, and it has JSU on the zipper. It has JSU on the zipper. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, and look at this. Ain't that nice? Y'all, I can't wait to wear this. I will put it on tonight, but Braxton's doing too much. Yeah. So I don't want to get makeup on it, so I didn't open it prior to. But this is Tigers. It's got, it has a nice zipper right here, so I could put my keys and stuff in there. I'm definitely going to be wearing this. I'll probably wait to wear it to an event, maybe the SWAC basketball championship. But that's the King McNeil collection. And right now, you can go directly to their website. I can show you guys. I'll just show you some of the merch that they have. You can sign up to get notifications from them and get an extra 20% off. Let me go ahead and show you guys some of the schools that they have. Yes, very nice. This is nice. And I'm going to tell you guys, very affordable. Very affordable. Let me pull up all the different ones that they have. They have more than just Jackson State. They have processing time is 4 to 7 business days, but I got my jacket in like 3 business days. And here's Jackson State. I already have, of course, the Jackson State blue fleece jacket, but just let me quickly show you. They only have left in the Jackson State blue fleece jacket that I wore it. An extra small, a small, and a medium. They only have it left. And if you go to the cart right now, that particular jacket is $80. Nope, I'm sorry, $70. MLK weekend sale, $70 for that jacket. So the jacket that I wore is $70 right now. So $70 plus tax, you guys. You can't beat that. And then the one that I just received is the Jackson State Navy Windbreaker Tech Pullover. I can't wait to wear it. They do have all of the sizes available at this time. And let me get a price point for you guys for that one. That one is only $56, you guys. $56. So the windbreaker that I just showed you guys, here, excuse me. $56. Y'all, I'm turning into the HBCU QVC. $56, you guys, plus tax. It's 30% off. The website, I'm going to drop it in the chat. It's the King McNeil collection. And like I said, they have all different types of, they have all different schools. They even have merch for, they have Divine Nine merch as well. Everything's 30% off right now. So you're just gonna sit in you're just gonna sit in the camera and just look. Okay. There you have Tennessee State Zeta merch, aka merch, Delta Sigma Theta merch, Bethune-Cookman merch. They have some nice things. So it's 30% off the sale price. So whatever the sale price is, you take off an extra 30% off. Well, at least that's what it was for that's what it was for. Okay, don't come back over here. That's what it was for my jacket. So yeah, all different types of stuff, great quality. So make sure you guys go and do that. All right. That was my little intro. Thank you, King McNeil Collection. I am excited about this. Let me go ahead and put this up. This is, and it's nice and thick too. This is going to be perfect for the SWAC Championship in Atlanta. If you have not already, can somebody drop those dates? You guys need to go ahead and get your accommodations for the SWAC Championship. All 12 schools are allowed to participate this year. So that means everybody's going to be in Atlanta. Everybody's going to be in Atlanta. So make sure that you're there. Make sure that you are there. Be there or be square. And the way that these SWAC teams are, goodness gracious, the way that the action is going, I don't know who's going to win. I really don't know who's going to win. I don't know. 1 minute, Southern is losing. The next minute, they're dominating. You just never know. Bowling has started as well. I think we can talk about the bowling too. Jackson State sweep over there on that end. But first, let me start with SWAC basketball. March 9th through the 14th. Okay, Stock Talk is saying March 9th through the 14th. And I'm just going to, because last year my son and I went to the SWAC tournament. There's a lot of things that are coming up, y'all. Okay, let me see. If you guys have not already done so, get ready. Okay, so it was March 14th last year, or around March 14th. Okay, so I stayed at the Spring Hill Suites by Atlanta Airport Gateway, and it's like walking distance to the arena. So there are a couple of different hotels that are literally right there next to the arena. It makes for it's great. It's great for family if you wanted to bring your family. The last time when I went, I had to bring Braxton, so I wasn't necessarily in the capacity of getting credentials, but I love that arena. Now that all 12 of the schools are going to be able to participate, you can show up and show out for your prospective teams. Booked mine. Now everybody keeps talking about Nashville. What are we gonna call Nashville? Is it Jacksville? What is it gonna be called? Go ahead and pull that up. Y'all are way ahead of me, but thank you guys for helping me with all the news for this past week. Okay. This is the Jackson State versus Tennessee State, right? Jacksonville. Everybody talking about they already booked their flight. Dang, Miss Kathleen! Flight booked. Shonda said room booked. I booked my room the other day, but I have not booked my flight. Good to see that you are doing well, Dwayne. Did they give you a coupon code for this advertisement? No, Whitley. I like Juville. Okay, Juville. Them hotel rooms are did ridiculous. Which ones for Nashville? They probably went up. You really had to catch it. You had to catch it right when they announced it, or some of y'all folks was lucky and you already knew when it was. And so you booked it before everybody else even announced it. All right. First up. First on the menu. We are going to talk about the SWAC final scores for women's basketball for today, and then we'll go ahead and look at the standings. It looks like to start off, Prairie View women lost to Jackson State 43-62. Okay, Jackson State women's team. Y'all came with a chip on your shoulder today. Not a very high scoring game, I'll say that. But nevertheless, the dominance, that's what we want to see. The ability to move the ball around, that's definitely what you want to see. Wilkinson leads JSU offense with 18 points. 3 Tigers registered double figures. Angel Wilkinson led the Jackson State women's basketball team with 18 points and 8 rebounds against Prairie View A&M. Tigers got a 22-point performance from the bench on the way to a 62-43 victory over the Panthers at home Saturday afternoon. Jackson State is currently 2-3 in the SWAC. They had 3 players score in double figures. Jalea Cotton had 15 points, 7 assists, and 2 steals. Rima chipped in as well with 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals. Angel Wilkinson had 18 points and 8 rebounds. Jackson State out-rebounded Prairie View 52-26 in Saturday's game, paced by 16 boards from Pierre Noel. The Tigers also grabbed 21 offensive rebounds and scored 16 second chance points. JSU's defense was effective at taking away the basketball in Saturday's game, forcing 17 Prairie View A&M turnovers. Wow. So, with that being said, congratulations to Jackson State versus the Prairie View Panthers. We needed that win. Look at the Lady Devilettes. Ooh, ooh. Boy, them Delta Devils ain't playing no games this year. Woo-wee. All right. Next up. So Texas Southern did beat Jackson State, I want to say, on Thursday. I was still sick, so I didn't go live. But they took on Alcorn State. So let's look up that score. Alcorn State versus Texas Southern women's basketball. That's what I'm saying. Like, these scores, they're just literally like all over the place. Like, they really are all over the place. Meaning you don't know, it's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight game. You just don't know from one week to the next who's going to come out on top. So the Lady Braves, let's see if I can get their game pulled up versus Texas Southern. So they did win versus Prairie View on Thursday, 59-43. And then, of course, They had the home game versus Texas Southern. Let's see. From Alcorn State, the top scorer was Nakia Cheatham. She had 15 points, 2 steals, 12 rebounds. Jashira Hunt had 14 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And then Kiara Henderson of Alcorn State had 13 points, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds. They had 7 second chance points, 14 bench points. They were able to get 24 points off of turnovers. Wow. Offensive rebounding is huge. Okay, let me make sure I'm not missing anything of importance. So for Texas Southern is actually 4-2 in the SWAC, and Alcorn is 4-1. So these ladies are neck and neck in terms of the conference play. So Texas Southern is 4-2, Alcorn is 4-1. Who's next on there? Ooh, Southern versus Grambling. I believe in Southern's basketball on the women's side, I believe they won this week, but I think they took an L recently, a surprising L, but they won pretty dominant. And that was in Grambling. Okay, Grambling has a recap. Southern roll past Grambling behind Demaya Porter's interior dominance. Ooh, and they play Mississippi Valley too. So that's going to be a good game because Valley has been playing tough, and they've had pulled out some great wins. Southern turns Saturday's afternoon into a statement win, pulling away early and never looking back in a 60-43 blowout victory over Grambling at the Frederick C. Hobdy Assembly Center. Sophomore standout Demaya Porter finished with 16.7 rebounds as the Jaguars controlled the game on both ends of the floor. Southern set the tone opening quarter, shooting confidently and building a double-digit lead behind crisp ball movement and relentless work on the glass. Jaguars led 24-13 after one, stretched the margin to 41-27 at halftime, and held Grambling to just 26.2% shooting for the game while forcing tough looks throughout. So Demaya Porter led with 16 points and 7 rebounds. There's 45 total rebounds by Southern, 30 bench points for the Jaguars. Grambling was 0-19 for 3-point shooting, and Southern's largest lead was 21 points. Southern improved to 8-8 overall and 4-1 in SWAC play, and they'll be playing Mississippi Valley next Thursday in Baton Rouge. That should be a really good game. Destiny Dixon had 11 points. Olivia Delancey had 11 points. So, yeah. Dang, Grambling, you guys couldn't shoot. Y'all was shooting all them ducks for threes. Southern's men were whooping butt at the half. They both won tonight. Is Massena out for us? I do not have any reports on injuries or players playing. I just got back here, y'all. So I don't know. Y'all can discuss that in the chat if y'all want, but I have no idea. Now let's look at Valley. All right, Valley. I don't know what happened between last year and this year. But baby, the women's team not playing. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm kind of side-eyeing. I'm like, let's look at their overview. All right. Oh, this game was played in Independence. Bethune-Cookman is 1-4 overall in the SWAC. And Mississippi Valley is 3-3 in the SWAC. So Valley, of course, beat Bethune-Cookman 64-55. In terms of points, Ariel Jefferson scored 17 points. She had 1 steal, 8 rebounds. Jada Murphy had 11 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. Sydney Marshall had 10 points, 3 steals, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And Janiyah Jones had 10 points, 3 steals, and 3 rebounds. Valley? I'm gonna know something. You don't know how. That's why we just don't know. Them letting all 12 players come. We need some big men and women. I said in the beginning we needed a man cell and we don't have one. They knew coach. Well, not new. He's like in year 2 or 3. He must have been an assistant coach. So of course, in order to compete, especially if you're talking about, never mind just getting through the SWAC. If you're trying to compete on the NCAA level, you cannot compete in these tournaments without very tall women and men. It's impossible. You can't like just focus on guard play. It doesn't work. And I think that can be seen in our play, but also, the Jackson State men's side, you can tell that they need some height and some weight and all type of stuff. So honestly, the women's team is undersized at 2 or 3 positions. At center, okay. Yes, Valley did have 4 players with at least 10 points. I just read their names. But listen, Valley is not laying down the women's side, and I wouldn't be surprised if they are able to muster out some upsets. The last game, of course, is FAMU versus UAPB. Okay, UAPB come out with a win. Now, mind you, I want to say FAMU beat Southern. The FAMU women's team, I think they beat Southern. So that's why I said it's up and down. UAPB is 3-3 in conference play. They beat Bethune-Cookman. They beat Florida A&M. They got blown out by Texas Southern, blown out by Alabama A&M. So it's real up and down. It's choppy. The University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff Lady Lions earned a strong SWAC win at home on Saturday, pulling away from Florida A&M in the second half for a 63-53 victory. They opened as a physical defensive battle with both teams trading stops and contested possessions. UAPB raised its intensity on both ends and delivered its best stretch of the afternoon in the third quarter, outscoring Florida A&M 24-14 to flip the game. The collective effort showed up across the stat sheet. UAPB won the hustle categories and finished the game with control. Jayla Pelly led the way with 23 points, 6 3-pointers. Damn, 6 3-pointers? Providing a spark that fueled the Lady Lions' second half run. Jasmine Davis added 16 points and 4 threes. Damn, they can shoot threes like that? While making her impact felt defensively with 4 steals. Kanaya Gardner posted a double-double with 12 points and 10 rebounds. Briantane Marshall anchored the interior with 9 rebounds and 2 blocks. As a team, UAPB knocked down 10 3-pointers, won the battle on the glass with 40 rebounds and 16 offensive boards, and turned defensive pressure into production with 9 steals and 21 points off turnovers. Wow. 3-point shooting, UAPB shot 0.455%. 40, basically 46% from 3-point. They do need to work on on their free throws, but golly, you had 16 turnovers. Wow. Why ain't recruiting big players for some reason? Now, you cannot ask these coaches why they don't have no bigs. Or as Mr. Ford used to say, go to Africa and go get you some of them players out of Africa. That's what Mr. Ford says. Thank you, Dwayne. All right. Honestly, the women's team is undersized. Ruthie is out. Is she out for the season or just out for a couple of games? We don't know. All right. So, woo, Lord have mercy. These scores, it puts into perspective, like, okay, women's basketball. So let me go ahead and share with you guys the standings of tonight. Currently, Southern is, of course, still comfortably, well, I'm not going to say comfortably. They're still in the lead 4-1. Alcorn State is 4-1. Alabama A&M is 3-1. So Alabama A&M's only loss would have been to Valley. Texas Southern is 4-2. Florida A&M is 3-2. Arkansas Pine Bluff is 3-3. Alabama State is 2-2. Valley is 3-3. Valley is in the middle of the pack, y'all. Grambling State and Jackson State are both 2-3 on the season. Bethune-Cookman is 1-4, and Prairie View is 0-6 on the season. And that is the current standings for SWAC women's. It's a battle. I want to say also on the men's side of things, it's interesting because I want to say Bethune-Cookman done cook a couple of losses, some unexpected losses. Like they had Bethune-Cookman and Southern neck and neck. Southern took a loss. Would you believe that currently the 2025-2026 men's basketball standings. Currently, like if we were to end today, the front runner is Florida A&M. I know one thing: if I spend $100,000 on a team and they don't sweep the SWAC, we're gonna have to talk about some things. It's no way you have that much money invested in your basketball team. I mean, they are in second place, but you know. So Florida A&M is 3-1, Bethune-Cookman 3-1. Okay, so everybody's tied for first. I think we're not tied for first though, because I believe that one of these teams has a win over Jackson State. So Florida A&M is 3-1, Bethune-Cookman is 3-1, and Jackson State is 3-1. Prairie View, Southern, Arkansas, Pine Bluff are all 3-2. Alabama A&M and Alabama State are 2-2, and then Grambling State, Texas Southern is 2-3. Alcorn State is 1-3, and Valley is 0-5. Now, are these? I don't know if these are updated to include today's game. Let me see. Sometimes it takes a little bit for them to. So this does not include today's game because now Jackson State is 4-1. And so I don't think that includes today's game. Still the same. I think it's still the same like order, but it doesn't include it. So the men's team. And of course, we have to say congratulations to Deshaun Ruffin. Today, he surpassed 1,000 career points. Dang, it says the Broncos quarterback Bo Nix broke a bone in his ankle and will be out for the rest of the playoff season. Dang. Well, there goes your Super Bowl run. Oh, my nephew's drinking double XL. Sorry, Broncos. He got you through a playoff game, but then he broke his ankle. So Braxton, what are you doing? I'm trying to get the Deshaun Ruffin post. There it is. Well, what you telling me? You waiting on Mr. Ford for? I can't make Mr. Ford appear. I don't know what y'all want me to do. They included today's games. 3-1 is right. Oh, okay. We only won 3 games. Now, I will say this. Y'all know when it comes to the men's basketball team, it's a hard watch because they always like they'll have you saying, "Oh my gosh, we're gonna blow this team out," and then it gets close, and then it's like, "Oh my god, it's getting closer and closer," and then they're tied, and then we're losing, and then we're winning, and then boy, today it's usually like the last 2 minutes, but today it was like 5 minutes on the clock of going back and forth between Prairie View, and it was like, oh my god. But Prairie View had a plan for Deshaun Ruffin. They were like double and triple team, like, basically, if we stop Deshaun Ruffin from scoring, we're going to be able to keep the game close. And that's what they did. He was relatively quiet. In the second half, though, is when he was really able to utilize his strengths. One of those is, of course, going to the basket. That's probably one of his biggest things, is going to the basket and drawing the foul. Oh, yeah. Refs, I have never seen someone go to the free throw line that much. And we're at home. I'm talking about they were calling the most tic-tackiest fouls I have ever seen. Like, do y'all have money on these games? Which we could talk about the gambling scheme later on, but somebody needs to check on these refs. Who are y'all betting and what is going on? Because how is that even possible? And then we wasn't even shooting that well with that from the free throw. Like, what was going on? So Deshaun Ruffin had 23 points. Dorian McMillan had 16. Deonja, I don't know how to say that. I'm going to just say Thomas. Thomas had 13. Jamie Mitchell had 9. JSU did have 45 rebounds today, which that's an improvement, out rebounding the opponent. From free throw, that is absolutely not okay. We were only shooting 70% from the free throw line. Prairie View wasn't that much better. They were at 77%, but still. Jackson State had 17 turnovers, only 3 steals versus Prairie View's 10. Let me go ahead and read this. Let me go back to that. All right. Deshaun Ruffin hit a career milestone with the go-ahead layup and subsequent free throw. Yeah, that was dope. We don't have home court advantage. I agree. Like, it's non-existent. Leading Jackson State to an 82-78 victory over Prairie View A&M in the SWAC. Jackson State 4-13, 3-1 in the SWAC, led for most of the game until Prairie View A&M climbed back into the contest before taking its first lead at 67-65 with 6:58 remaining in the contest and building it to as many as 4 with 5 minutes and 59 seconds to play, 74-70. However, the Tigers trailed 78-75 with 1:39 to play when Ruffin drove right and was fouled while hitting the layup. I mean, the Euro step. I think he took a Euro step. That was, I have to admit, like, his play is crazy. Reaching his milestone of 1,000 career points, he would hit the subsequent free throw to tie the game at 78-78 before giving Jackson State the lead for good at 80-78 with a layup with 1 minute and 11 seconds to play. The Tigers put the game away with a dunk by Ravon Thomas with just 13 seconds to play for the final margin. Ruffin finished with his second consecutive double-double, finishing with 23 points and matching his career high with 10 assists. The senior finished the night shooting 53.3, 8 of 15% shooting from the floor, including a pair of threes, while also shooting 83.3% from the free throw line. They did not, usually Ruffin is really good at drawing the foul. That means that they only called what, 3 fouls? But out of those 3 fouls, 2 of those fouls were really important because those actually caused for 2 of Prairie View's players to be fouled out. He was joined in double figures by Dorian McMillan with 16 points on 62.5% shooting from the floor with 3 3-pointers while also connecting on all 3 free throws. All right. Sheesh. That was a very hard-fought game. I mean, I thought we was going to blow them out again, but, you know. Oh, Lord. Yeah, y'all had to step up. They had folks all up in Ruffin's grill, which, you know what? I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. That's something that we need, that adversity, because Ruffin been over here shooting 30 plus points a game. And you know what? I also think that that's going to be the model going forward in terms of how people play Jackson State. They're going to try to double and triple guard Ruffin. But that's just going to give him the opportunity to get some more assists in there. And the other players are going to have an opportunity to step up. Pop Light Brown is not wrong. He's not wrong. Now, that's something that it's like we have lulls of we're up 15, 20 points, and then all of a sudden we're tied. Like, come on now. What's going on? San Francisco is getting their asses beat by the Seattle Seahawks. Does anybody think that they should take San Francisco for the second half? Ooh, Texas Southern versus Alcorn. That's a close game. All right, let's look up that one. Dang, Alcorn State. How you let them beat you at home? That was a close game. Norman, Mississippi, Alcorn State men's basketball came up just short Saturday afternoon, falling 72-71 in Texas Southern in a tightly contested SWAC matchup. All right. Alcorn State men's basketball, they came up just short. The game featured 13 lead changes and 14 ties, with neither team able to create lasting separation. Alcorn State battled back multiple times in the second half and briefly took a 1-point lead in the final seconds before Texas Southern sealed the outcome at the free throw line. Dang. So all you had to do is not draw a foul. Davian Williams paced the Braves with 15 points, connecting on 3 3-pointers while proving steady scoring throughout the second half. Shane Lancaster added 14 points and 4 assists, converting key free throws down the stretch to keep Alcorn State within striking distance. Tyson McDaniels and Amari Hamilton each finished with 11 points. McDaniels added 6 rebounds and several defensive plays in the paint, while Hamilton provided an interior presence on both ends. Jamil Morris chipped in 6 points and 4 assists, and Nick Woodard added 5 points and 2 blocks. Texas Southern was led by Bryce Roberts, who scored a game-high 20 points, including several key baskets late in the game. Alex Anderson added 19 points, including the game-winning free throw as time expired, while Troy Hupstead finished with 16 points and 7 rebounds. Alcorn State shot 42.3% from the field, and 21 of 23 at the free throw line, outscoring Texas Southern 39-38 in the second half and holding a 20-12 edge in bench points. The Tigers' 33 free throw attempts ultimately proved to be the difference in the 1-point decision. Dang! I know that was a good game. Craziest game of the day. Brianna said all I heard was refs. Our style of play will probably prevent us from blowing teams out, but if we can rebound and get points down low, we have a chance every game, so I'm good with it. Stock talk, there is times where Jackson State men's team has led by like 15, 20 points. What type of style is it to have lead by 15 or 20 points and end up giving away the game? I don't understand it. They miss George Kittle. I might have to go back and watch that game. After I watched Jackson State men's, I said, oh, no, I'm not doing nothing else. Please turn this. I really actually wanted to turn it off. There was a couple of times where I said, I'm going to turn this off, and then I kept it on. But it was that's what type of game when you're watching them. All right, who's next? FAMU versus UAPB. All right, FAMU. Charlie Ward said I got something for y'all. So overall, FAMU they lost to Bethune-Cookman. They did beat Southern. They beat Grambling. And they beat Arkansas Pine Bluff. So FAMU beat Southern. They're in a pretty good position. The Florida A&M men's basketball team rebounded the UAPB Golden Lions 33 of 24 on the way to a 71-67 win on the road Saturday. Rattlers had 3 players score in double figures, led by Jaquan Sanders, who had 18 points. Jordan Chapman tacked on 17 points. Miles Ndalama chipped in as well with 15 points. The Florida A&M defense caused its share of mistakes in Saturday's game, forcing 13 UAPB turnovers. Those takeaways turned into 16 points on the offensive end of the floor. Octave's 4 steals led the way individually for the Rattlers. After jumping out to an 18-17 advantage, Florida A&M went on a 5-0 run with 6:43 left on the first half, culminating in a 3 from Sanders to increase its lead to 23-17. After intermission, Florida A&M kept the Golden Lions from increasing their lead before going on a 6-0 run to seize a 67-62 lead with 58 seconds to go in the contest. Golden Lions narrowed the margin somewhat before the game was over, but the Rattlers still held on for a 71-67 win. Oh, there go Mr. Ford. Wait a minute. What about Stefanski? Wait, what happened? They hired him? The Atlanta Falcons hired him? I should hope not. Y'all, we about to get to the tea in a minute. Oh, Kevin Stefanski is the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons? Are you kidding me? Dirty Birds. Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, babe, how you doing?
Mr. Ford, you are late. You are late.
Yeah, I'm not feeling my best today, babe.
Oh, what, Mr. Ford? That's why I haven't been on. Are you sure you do? Do you have the flu?
No, I ate something bad today.
Oh,
I
Mr.
pulled
Ford,
out some,
the
pulled out.
flu is going around so bad.
Yeah, I heard. But no, I ate some leftovers and wasn't good.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not going to hype you up too much then.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm just. I was listening. I was listening. I was so
You
happy
got
about it.
did you hear about your new coach, Kevin Stefanski?
You know, I don't like him.
Well, that's your new coach over there for the Falcons.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. Hey, Miss Whitley. Hey, hey, Lady T. Hey, what about Miss Mary? What about Miss Mary? What about Brandy? Dr. Kanisha? Did you see the Howard people welcome Ted White this week? Did you see that?
Mr. Ford, you be on it. I don't know how you know some of these things, but you be on it. You know, you said that he was a good candidate to be the head football coach, that they was probably going to get him. You said that like a month and a half ago.
Well, guess what I found out though?
What, Mr. Ford? Wait. Let me put your stuff up first.
Okay.
You already gonna go right on into it, y'all. Mr. Ford is here. They've been asking about you.
Hey, everybody. I'm here. I feel my best. You know, it's about that eating them leftovers. It's not good sometimes.
Uh,
But listen, I found
yeah,
out.
Mr. Ford.
I
So,
found out. You know, Doug Williams was pushing Ted White as soon as Larry Scott left and went to Auburn. Doug Williams called the AD and said it's time for Ted White. I knew that they had a relationship because you know Ted is from Glen Oaks. And I think Doug is from Zachary. That's
mm,
Southern. Yeah,
talk
yeah. Doug is
about
from
Doug Williams, Grambling Doug Williams.
Gremlin's. Doug Williams. He called the AD and said it's time for y'all to hire Ted White. I found that
Ooh,
out this week. He was at the press conference.
what?
Um, yeah, and um, Ted White acknowledged him. Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
I did not know that. But I know that you were the one that made me pull up Ted White about a month and a half ago. I know that much.
Listen, let me tell you something. And you know he gets on my nerves, but now you know when Jay Walker was the quarterback at Howard, I was a big fan of his. And then after Jay's career was over, Ted White stepped in. I just thought Ted White was the bomb. I thought he was it, man. He was
Mm,
straight out of Baton Rouge, Glen Oaks High School. And
mm.
yeah, that coach was a friend of mine, um, Steve Wilson. I remember reading about Steve Wilson in the Pittsburgh Courier, and Jet magazine. He was a wide receiver, a flanker at Howard, and he was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. And Dallas, wait, no, he stayed at wide receiver at Dallas. When Dan Reeves got the job with the Denver Broncos, he took Steve Wilson with him, but he switched Steve from a wide receiver to a defensive back. And at 31, Steve's career was over in the National Football League. And
Mm.
Howard hired him. He was so young, but this is what he did. He brought everybody from the league to Howard. And one of the guys he brought was a guy that I knew and watched. His name was Charlie West. Charlie West only stayed 1 year, I think. But Charlie put in a defense at Howard. Nobody could penetrate it.
Well,
Nobody
I
could
hope
penetrate it.
they do. Well, maybe they'll get it going this year, Mr. Ford. I don't know. What do you think about them hiring so late? Are they going to be able to get some players?
Well, that's what it remains to be seen because, you know, there's certain things you can't do at Howard that you could do at other schools. Now,
Uh-huh.
I got to see. But now, just remember now, Howard's a brand. Howard's the most comprehensive black university in America, the only black
Uh-huh.
university with a law school and a medical school. So now they can
Uh-huh.
get players from all over the country. So
Right.
but I want Ted to do, and I want Ted to bring Howard back like it was under Steve Wilson. I really
Mm.
do. Yeah. Because what happened was
Well,
with
one thing that's
Steve,
good about Howard is they're gonna give their football coach some time, right? Some of these
yeah, I
other
hope so.
schools,
Hopefully.
they don't necessarily give their coaches time, but here I think he'll get the time. I mean, Larry Scott got enough time. They really didn't want to. They were waiting on him. They didn't even want to let him go. That he
Well,
ended
the,
up,
the
of
thing
course,
with
going to
Larry was
Auburn, but they weren't.
they saw, see, here's the problem with Larry. They sold Larry to the Howard people that he was a black Nick Saban. Now, he did take them to a Celebration Bowl. He lost to Florida A&M.
Celebration.
Yeah, remember they went to the Celebration Bowl. That was Willie's last year at FAMU. He beat Howard for the Celebration Bowl win. And a lot of people were disappointed because he was not a consistent winner. But you got to remember now, when he initially came to Howard, they were telling the people at Howard that he was like a Nick Saban.
They was
That's not,
gassing him up.
yeah, that's too much. That's why I hate them comparisons. That's too much.
Well, Mr. Ford, let's talk about your new head coach at Clark Atlanta.
Yeah, the guy used to be at Bethune-Cookman, right?
Yep, Sims.
Yeah, I heard. I heard.
What do you think?
Well, I'm upset with my school because I still hadn't gotten over how, like I told you before, Coach took us to 8, 9 wins 2 years ago. We hadn't had 8, 9 wins in 40-something years. And the next year you fire him? I don't understand that.
Mm.
And I just hope that he's able to get something because I really enjoyed that year. Um, Coach Keaton, and I wish him the best, but I didn't understand it. I thought it was just terrible.
They in the chat asking what's up with is it Clark Atlanta's president or is it Morris Brown, Trent?
It was Morris Brown.
They said that they didn't do right by the Morris Brown president, Mr.
Yeah,
Ford.
I don't understand that either. I talk, I work with a bunch of Morris Brown graduates, and I've asked them, and they're just like speechless. They don't understand. I mean, this came out of nowhere. Nobody knows what happened. I got to get to. I had, because I've been running this week with the school, but I got to talk to one of my homegirls. She's really big with the trustee board and all that, and see. I mean, why did this happen?
This wasn't he monumental in getting them back?
Yes, they got their accreditation back. They talking about bringing the band back. They're raising the money. I think they got 600 students. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Well, there is a post on Facebook and it says a certain president they know what they done did. They need to be quiet before somebody starts dropping receipts.
Oh,
Alleged.
okay. Well, I'm just kind of like flabbergasted. I don't know. Because I'm gonna say this to you. See, when I was in the AU Center, when I was a student, I came to Clark in the late 70s. The only school that was serious about football was Morris Brown. So I would go to Clark games, but I never missed a Morris Brown game. Morris Brown brought in the 1978 Florida A&M football team that won the 1AA championship. We saw them. I saw Jerry Rice when he was at Mississippi Valley. I saw him twice. I saw Charlie Brown, who later won a Super Bowl with the Washington Redskins, South Carolina State. They would bring in the big boys. Tennessee State would come. And so I was always a fan of their football program because they would play what I call the upper echelon black schools in football. And so, You know, when that football went out, you got to remember, they had played football for something like 92 years.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm.
And you got to remember also, I was raised at AME. You know, I knew about Morris Brown when I was like 4 and 5 years old. I knew that that was a college when I was 4 or 5 years old.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's just so much going on, Mr. Ford, and we just
Yes,
would love
it
to
is.
hear your input on it because I was sick. I missed out on a lot. But I think one of the big things that we need to talk about is that did you see that a couple of former SWAC basketball players were indicted for
Yeah.
gambling in a gambling scheme?
And listen, one of the kids was here at Kennesaw State. I know his parents. And once again, we don't even understand it. I mean, he wasn't no poor kid or nothing.
$30,000 is $30,000, Mr. Ford.
Oh, listen, he didn't have to do that. And now, listen, his financially, he might be ruined. Hey, now we're being told by some of the close friends of the family that he's already accepted a plea deal, and
Mm,
that he could serve time. And he's not even that kind of kid. I don't even understand it.
it's a federal. Okay, so this is the thing. You know, these are kids and they're in college, and you know, some of these kids, they don't know the gravity of when they do these types of things. You
Oh
just
yeah,
they
I
don't.
mean, yeah, you could say he was a victim because now let me say this. That was I remember Hot Rod Williams, the point shaving at Tulane. I remember the case at Boston College. I think that's when I was in school. I read about the point shaving in New York back in the early 50s, late 40s. I remember how they blackballed Connie Hawkins, and you're absolutely right. These kinds of things have gone on for many, many years in college basketball. This whole thing of point shaving. This is nothing new. But like I said, for the kid that I know that was at Kennesaw State, I mean, he was getting money from the school. And like I said, his parents are not no destitute people.
Mm.
And so it was just a letdown. I've known the kid since he was a little kid because he played with my cousin. I got a little cousin that he played with. And it was just disappointing. It was disappointing. And I mean, they've been talking about it here on the news every day.
Why do they keep? How many times they gonna say it?
Oh,
He.
they bombing it
And
every
it's
day
kind
here.
of okay. So here's the thing, like I get that you're accepting, okay, yeah, we're gonna point shave, but you can't really like there's so many other variables to point shaving. First of all, you have to be in the game. Like there's a lot of things that you have to control in order to point shave. And if you and another teammate are the only two, how is that happening? You know what I'm saying? Like how are you able
Yeah,
to point shave? And then some when they were at like going for HBCUs, it's kind of like it seems like it's only games against Power Four teams, not necessarily HBCU versus HBCU. They would find name like the Southern Miss game, so they would have a couple players on Southern Miss game, and then a couple players on Alabama State's game side,
yeah.
trying
I
to
heard
basically
A&T, was it an
fix.
A&T? I heard A&T, Alabama State, Texas Southern. What the other blacks? Who the other black schools?
They had caught Mississippi Valley
Mississippi
previously.
Valley. Okay, yeah, okay.
Mississippi Valley and A&T was in a previous one that they got indicted for. And it's kind of like they're not controlling the system. If you control the system, you won't have this problem, but they're not going to control the system, meaning you shouldn't have games where you're betting prop bets on individuals in college.
Oh yeah.
set them up for the okie doke. And like you said, this can tarnish their reputation.
Oh yeah. I mean, as soon as that happened, that school let everybody know they're no longer affiliated with that basketball team. He'll probably lose his scholarship. You know, that'll always be on his record. I think he was in his senior year. Yeah. So, you know.
And a damn good player at that.
Yeah, because I think last week his parents were there. They honored him because he had made 1,500 points. Yeah. Kennesaw, he had scored 1,500 points for Kennesaw.
But I jokingly said, hey, take those rafters back down for Alabama State. But the particular game that it was like a non-conference game. So it should not actually impact the SWAC title, because the game in which they were fixing was a out-of-conference game.
Right.
I mean, of course, I'm going to be messy and say, take those down and give us our ring, but it shouldn't actually affect Alabama State in that capacity.
Well, I mean, this goes to show Dr. McClellan, they got something they got to work on. They got to let these kids know, you know, you got to warn them, but then you got to take action. Now, after you warn them and they get involved in this kind of stuff, action's got to be taken by the SWAC. Yeah. Because this tarnishes your reputation. This means that you're a criminal. That you basically poison a good game. You poison the sport of basketball doing this. This is gangster stuff. That's what gangsters do.
Not gangsters, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, that's what gangsters do. They approach children to throw games and point shave and all that kind of stuff.
Well, so you previously hinted at this and talked about it, but I definitely wanted to highlight it again, just because now it's official. And not only is it now official, I wanted you to talk a little bit about the history behind it. And that is none other than the 2026 John Merritt Classic. It is officially Jackson State University versus the Tennessee State University Tigers. Tigers versus Tigers, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, we talked to my niece, and I'm gonna tell you her famous quote was that the greatest number of people at the game will be Jackson State people, and she's, you know, she makes the argument that Tennessee State doesn't have a fandom. They don't have no fans. And, you know, she talks about how last year, Eddie George's last year, they were playing for the championship against, was it Seymour or somebody? And there was only 1,500 people there. So I'm happy for the...
I think they're going to... Now, I think that Tennessee State is definitely going to show up. You don't think they're going to show up?
I think Jackson will have more people there. I went up there. Now, this has been years ago. We went to a John Merritt Classic. They played Florida A&M. This is when, God, I can't think of coach's name right now. He was from Hampton. He was the coach at Florida A&M at the time. Florida A&M had more fans there than Tennessee State. Yeah. Now, this is a throwback for me because, see, this is the way it used to be when I was in college. Tennessee State would go down to Jackson and play Jackson in the vet. And then the following year, Jackson would come back to Nashville. Okay? So this is the throwback game. But you got to remember now that Tennessee State hadn't had a loyal fan base in the last 30 or 35 years. I talked to their people here. If they go to Tennessee State's homecoming, they do the day parties downtown Nashville, and they'll tailgate. They won't even go in the game. And my niece talks about how when they have homecoming, after the aristocratic bands perform, the students get up and walk out. They don't even stay for the whole game. They basically destroyed that program with that affiliation with that hillbilly conference known as the OVC. And that's what A&T is doing too. They destroying their fan base. Because I wish I could have brought this guy I met this week. He's retired. He was military. He told me he went to Dudley High School in Greensboro. He was an A&T graduate. And while he was the head of the ROTC program at A&T, but anyway, he told me he hadn't been to A&T's homecoming in the last 3 years. He said this year his wife told him she didn't even want to go. So all you, which y'all mess up that A&T, telling that lie. Everybody's happy about you being in that CAA. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. But yeah, I'm happy for the game. The other thing I heard, my niece was telling me, once it was made official that Jackson State was coming to Nashville, the hotels doubled the price of the rooms. They already price gouging.
Let me see how much I got for. You mean once they made the announcement?
Yeah, once they made the announcement, they doubled the rooms. The price of the hotel rooms.
If you called it the day that they announced it officially, if you went ahead and called it, I was able to get it for $149 a night.
Oh, okay. But that wasn't bad with the inflation we got. And let me go on record right now. I expect Jackson to beat them by at least 20 points.
Wait a minute. You haven't heard about you haven't heard about the new that's there?
Yeah, you talking about the offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just offensive coordinator. They gotta go get players. Now I know they did go and get the quarterback from he's from Winston-Salem, and I think they got another quarterback. But I'm gonna just be honest with you. I expect Jackson to go in there and crush them.
Oh.
I do. I do expect. If they play Jackson for a half, that would be great. But I do expect Jackson to crush them.
In his second year, he should do a lot better. He literally won the UFL like twice.
Oh yeah. I've followed Reggie since he was a player. I saw Reggie as a player at Alabama State when he played for Coach Markham. I remember him. I think he has a Super Bowl ring with. I
think it's going to be closer. He's a great coach. He's bought in some key pieces. Mr. Ford, last Saturday when we were talking, you said that you asked ChatGPT who was going to be the new coach over there at North Carolina Central, the new offensive coordinator, and this was before they had, necessarily announced it. And you said it was going to be Chris Barnett.
Did he get it?
I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah, that's what it said. I asked who would be the offensive coordinator or something. They said Chris Barnett was the person they were looking at. So, but he's really good. I like Barnett. I was so impressed. I thought that he should have been considered for some head coaching jobs. I really did.
Mr. Ford, I did not expect that, but then that's when it was announced that Matt Leone was actually going to Tennessee State, but he's actually not the only coach from North Carolina Central. The offensive line coach is from North Carolina Central as well. Okay, he went to Tennessee State too? Yes, McAnder, Dewey Donay.
Oh, okay. Well, usually, when you hire somebody's offense coordinator or defense coordinator, you give them at least 2 to 3 positions to hire their own people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And if you're an offense coordinator, most important person is always going to be the offensive line coach. Because, that's what they're raising hell about here in Georgia. They want Bobo out. And see, if Bobo has to leave Georgia's offense coordinator, probably the offensive line coach is going to have to go too. because Georgia got all that money and they're spending all that NIL money, and then once again, Ole Miss kicked them and they behind. Was it in New Orleans? Where was that game?
Mm-hmm.
The year before, that brother up there at Notre Dame kicked them and they behind. What's his name? Marcus Freeman. He did it the year before.
North Carolina Central staff's going to Tennessee State. Okay, well, we shall see. But I do like that. I haven't seen who Tennessee State bought in at quarterback. But
They brought that kid in from Winston-Salem.
Oh, okay.
But Matt will do a great job with him. Matt is, I've been watching Matt since he was at Southern. Matt's the real deal. Blue is high on him too. I'm like Blue. I think he should have been considered for a head coaching job. That guy's good. He's from Weber State or somewhere. He's from out west somewhere. He's good. Matt Lee. And let me tell y'all this. I know it's supposed to be a joke that y'all saying that North Carolina Central's staff is going to Tennessee State. As long as Trey Oliver is at North Carolina Central, they're going to win. I tell you that all the time, just like I told y'all about that boy out there, not that boy, but that coach out there at Prairie View. Long as he's at Prairie View going to be devastating. Okay? Yeah. And y'all can keep making them stale jokes about what happened to Prairie View in the 80s and they lost all that stuff is old news. Man, it's a new sheriff in town out there, baby. That dude is dangerous.
Well, speaking of dangerous, we all know that. Leave me alone, Ed. We all know that the transfer portal officially closed yesterday, Mr. Ford.
Yes, it is. That's all talk radio is on in Atlanta about that transfer portal.
Bayless said Chennis Berry owns Trey.
He owns who?
Trey Oliver. Chennis Berry got Trey's number.
Yeah. What's the last 2 years? You're right, man. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's been 4 years.
You saw that quarterback they brought in. They brought some kid in from a PWI, but he's from a small PWI. They saying that's their QB1. Did you see that?
I'm getting ready to pull it up now. That's exactly what I was getting ready to talk about, which is the portal is closed.
Yeah, the portal is closed.
So the portal is closed.
Yeah.
And we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the players that have committed to the HBCUs.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go ahead and pull this up. Ooh, they said they're in the comments saying that Trey Oliver is below Chennis Berry and Deshaun Jackson now. He's in the middle of the pack in the MEAC. Some new sheriffs came into town and he ain't been able to outplay them since. The mailman is Trey's daddy.
Boy, y'all something else. Y'all something else. Boy. Okay.
Mind you, I'm just reading the comments. It don't make me no difference. Okay.
Well, I know one of the things the South Carolina state's happy about is that defensive line depth that they have now. They claiming it's the best defensive line on paper they've had in years. They supposed to went and got some D linemen, baby.
Y'all being messy in the chat.
Yeah, what it say? So Chennis is Trey's daddy, huh? All right.
No, the mailman is everybody. The mailman is the MEAC's daddy.
I think he's black college football daddy right now, ain't he? Ain't they the national champ? Because I've been watching. Listen, you don't want to talk to our boy right now. What's our boy's name with that fireplace?
Kobe.
Yeah, you ain't want to talk to Kobe right now. Because Kobe and them on another level now. I've been watching him.
South Carolina State is not Jackson State's daddy. That's for sure.
All right. I'm just telling you now. You don't want to talk to Kobe right now.
We can talk. We can
I
talk.
don't know. I don't know.
That's everybody else daddy. They not our daddy.
No. Kobe and them talking with a noose hitching they step,
Got a
baby.
little pep in the step, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, they know that they the national champs, and they letting everybody know it. I've been, was missing Kobe for a while, but he's back on now. I've been watching him, and like I said, supposedly the portal, their defensive line is supposed to be so stacked. They're saying it's one of the best defensive lines on paper they've had in years. They're supposed to have, big time boys, and they're supposed to have depth. So, I mean, we're waiting to see it. I'm waiting to see all of that. But just listening to them talk. Yeah.
Trey been getting belt to ass since Prime gave him that gift.
Listen, he been putting belt on North Carolina A&T. Because the last 2 years, he done scored 60 points.
Mr. Ford, North Carolina A&T is not a team that we should even be discussing.
That's right, because they horrible. They're horrible. Where's Dave at? You talked to Dave lately?
Mr. Ford.
Mr. Competitive. And we're going to beat the colored schools.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Let's go. All right, Mr. Ford. All right. So we got to Alabama State. Wait, let me see. Okay. Trent Henry Sr., a cornerback from Troy, committed to Alabama State.
Okay.
Now, this is missing a lot because I've seen a whole bunch of Alabama State recruits in the last, I don't know.
And did you give congratulations to that coach? I think he's now in the Black College Hall of Fame, right? Eddie Robinson?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
No, I haven't given the congratulations.
Yeah, because that was on the net, the national media picked up on that story.
Yeah, I will do that. So
yeah. Okay.
Remind me, somebody put that in the comments so that I can star that and so I can bring up the article for the Black College Hall of Fame for Coach Eddie Robinson.
Yeah.
And also Jimmy Smith-Jag.
Yeah, I saw Jimmy Smith play at Jackson.
All right. Mike Peterson, a redshirt freshman wide receiver from Florida, committed to Florida A&M.
Oh, yeah, he's supposed to be a burner, deep threat type of guy.
Kingston Jones, a redshirt freshman wide receiver from UTSA, committed to Grambling.
Oh, okay. Where's he from? You didn't see his hometown. Where's he from?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let me see. I don't believe that this is Blues. I don't know where Blues is.
Oh, okay.
Blue has a tracker. I don't think this is Blues tracker. Kingston Jones, UTSA. He is originally from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, he can play. He can play.
Receiver. Okay. He's used to play at John F. Kennedy High School in New Orleans.
The chances are he's probably a burner. He's fast.
Yeah, he actually did. He actually ran in track.
That's what I'm saying.
State
New Orleans, they come with that speed.
10.68 seconds in 2024.
That's 3 seconds off of world class.
200-meter runner-up with 21.38 clocking as a junior. Okay.
Now he's going to Grambling? Where's he going?
Grambling.
Oh, Grambling. Oh, yeah.
Dear Grambling.
Dear Grambling, baby. Dear Grambling.
Whitley asked Mr. Ford, is he on lithium?
Huh?
Is he on lithium, Mr. Ford?
No. That's Dave. That's Dave and them with that lithium stuff. When he gets to telling you about how A&T gonna beat them colored schools, that's it. That's Dave and them.
Oh, they said the 49ers is over there getting skull drug. Over there getting.
What's the score? What's the score?
Down the field. Ooh, Mr. Johnny Thornton said North Carolina Central hasn't lost to a SWAC team since they spanked Jackson State in the Celebration Bowl.
Well, I know they beat up Southern. I was there. You know, I went to the game. They beat Southern up.
They beat Alabama State. I was there for that one the year
Yeah,
before
that was in Miami, I think, because
Yep.
they came here for that SWAC MEAC challenge last year. I went to the game, and it was horrible. I mean, they beat up Southern. I mean, it was just terrible how they beat up Southern.
That's a shame of what they did to that boy. 34-6, Mr. Ford. 49ers.
49ers losing like that?
34-6, Mr. Ford.
Mm.
It's a money game.
Yeah, you know, I'm a big fan of that Shanahan guy. You know, he was here. He was here in Atlanta as offense coordinator. After he left, I stopped keeping up with the Falcons.
Damn, Jackson State. Don't take up the whole screen. Mr. Ford.
Huh?
Why does Jackson State have this many FBS transfers?
Because that's what y'all do.
All right, y'all. It's a list. Jackson State damn near take up the whole screen.
That's what y'all do, baby.
All right, we got Duke Clayton, senior defensive lineman from Eastern Michigan. Messiah Blair, senior defensive lineman from Eastern Michigan. Samson Israel, senior DB from Memphis transfer. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Them guys gonna come right in and play immediately. You know that.
Jaquan Bolden, senior from offensive lineman out of Mississippi State.
Ooh, what's his size? How big is he?
Good Lord. He big, Mr. Ford.
He's 6'6", 6'5".
You know he is. Coming from state.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got to be 6'5", 6'6".
You know he's out of this world.
And what's his hometown? You know, I love to hear their hometowns.
Jaquan Bolden is from Canton High School.
Yeah, that's a homeboy. That's right outside of Jackson, right?
Yeah, he's 6'6", 340.
He'll probably start. You know, he'll probably start. Yeah.
Former 3-star.
Yeah, he'll start. You know that.
Exit 119. All right. CJ Barney Sr., a linebacker from Ole Miss. Damn. Jackson State.
What's his size?
Not you over here ransacking the Ole Miss and the
and Ole Miss is ransacking LSU. They taking a bunch of players from LSU.
And LSU's taking a whole bunch of players from them. They're just
that's right. You're right.
Putting on each other's draws. That's nasty.
Yeah, but that happens when coaches change because
CJ Barney is from Madison, Mississippi. 6'1", 220.
And he's a linebacker?
Yeah.
How many years of eligibility does he have?
2.
Ooh, that's really good. Okay.
All right. All right, let me see. Kashawn Hudson, a defensive tackle from UCF.
What's his size and where's he from?
(6'1", 323 pounds.
Oh, okay. And he's from where?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Did he go to Dillard? What was his high school? Boyd Anderson? What was his high school?
Let me see what his high school was. Yeah. How'd you know Dillard?
Dillard, that's the big time high school in that one in Boyd Anderson. It's all kind of pros have come out of them schools. What's the name is trying to cut that off. He wants to get all them kids to come to FAM. That's where, hey, you FAM, you people.
Who's trying to get it to be cut off?
What's his name? The guy, man, Quinn Gray. I think Quinn Gray is from he's from Fort Lauderdale. Hey, you FAMU people, is Quinn Gray from Fort Lauderdale?
Well, we all up in his
Yeah, you're right.
backyard.
That's right.
All up and through his backyard. Do something about it.
Well, listen, hey, you FAMU people, what's in Quinn Gray from Fort Lauderdale? Because he gonna try to cut that off. I know him. He gonna try to cut that off.
If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and
That's now,
try.
you know, now listen, with Quinn Gray coming to FAM, you already know. He going heavy Tallahassee, he going heavy Jacksonville, heavy Orlando, heavy St. Pete, heavy Fort Lauderdale, and heavy Miami. You already know that.
Quinn
You
Gray
already
went
know.
to Dillard. Ooh, they said Quinn Gray went to Dillard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
So
know, we're gonna try to cut that
hurry
off.
up and get that young man enrolled in class. You've been in class all week, Mr. Hudson. You've been in class. Ooh, Bayless said our Quinn is greater than their Quinn, Mr. Ford.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you now. I already know what Quinn Gray and them gonna do. He gonna do that Snellenberger stuff. He gonna try to cut Florida off them cities like that. He gonna try to bring all them boys to FAM. I'm telling you, he's gonna do Tallahassee. Really, kind of a continuation of what Willie was doing. Willie was trying to do it. It's gonna be Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, St. Pete, and then Fort Lauderdale, Miami. See, that was the Jake Gaither thing too. If you ever go back and study the recruitment lines of Jake Gaither, that was him. That Jake always believed that he was supposed to showcase the Rattlers in them cities. He wanted to play in Jacksonville, he wanted to play in Miami, he wanted to play in Tampa, and he wanted to play in Orlando. That was the old FAMU schedule. And see, this guy here, this Quinn Gray, he's a Rattler now. He's a Rattler, baby. They had that counterfeit stuff up in there them last 2 years. Quinn Gray is a Rattler. Yeah, he's a Rattler, baby.
Okay, Mr. Ford, you've said it 1,000 times. He's a
Okay. He's a Rattler, baby.
You gonna see how the Rattlers treat him.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Ooh, I'm so excited. Yeah, baby. He's a Rattler, baby. Yeah.
There's Miss Mary, Mr. Ford.
Hey, Miss Mary.
I know you happy.
Yeah, hey, Miss Mary. Yeah, I know Miss Mary. Miss Mary, listen, there's so much energy up in this city up here about them Rattlers. Oh, everybody wearing their stuff. Oh, Miss Mona, guess who I ran into? I didn't get a chance to talk to him but for a minute because I was in the line at Publix. I saw Bobby Swoops. You know who I'm talking about, right?
No, not really.
Well, anyway, I saw him. I didn't, because I had a million questions for him, but he went back and it was really cold. I don't know if it was Wednesday, Thursday, real cold. It's been really cold up here in the morning, Miss Simona. And you know, I don't know if you heard, but they talking about snow in South Georgia tomorrow. And we trying to figure out how could they have snow in South Georgia. Now it's gonna be really cold up here tomorrow. It's gonna be 20 degrees. But they're saying snow.
Yeah, they said snow here too. Just it's a dusting of snow. Not.
Oh, okay. Well, I know they're talking about it in South Georgia.
Yeah. That's the same thing they said about Cozy, Mr. Ford.
What they say about Cozy?
They were excited.
No, when? That was counterfeit. Somebody was being fake and plastic, superficial. Never. I've said over and over, he damaged that program. Quinn them got some things they got to do.
That program, right, Mr. Ford?
He damaged that program. One of the things Quinn got to do, he got to win back that student body. You know, I told you this. I don't know if you listened to it. I told you they had a pep rally or something. The student body booed the football team. That was this year.
So I can't even imagine. And I know when I was going in 2005, I don't think Jackson State's football team was doing that well when I first got to Jackson State. But I don't ever recall ever booing the football team.
Well, they did it down there. I suppose they did it at a pep rally.
All right. All right, let me see what's next. Who's next on the roster?
What about Southern? You know, we got the about what you call them Southern.
Oh, I'm trying to get to Southern, but we
Yeah,
haven't
you
finished
already
Jackson
about
State.
Southern, man. You done
Marion,
well with
I'm
that.
gonna tell you right now, most of their transfers, I mean, most of their recruits are in from high school, but I will read
Oh,
what
okay.
they.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we already some of these folks we've already went over. I'm just reading it. Amarian Ware, senior defensive lineman from ULM. Virgil Marshall, senior DB from Western Kentucky University. I think that's Western Kentucky. Melvin Collins, senior offensive lineman from Western Kentucky. DJ Hill
Mm,
Smith, a safety from New Mexico State, and Jalen Foster, a DB from ULM. So that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 FBS players to Jackson.
okay.
Okay, let's see who's next. North Carolina A&T signed 2. Desmond Jackson, an offensive lineman from Coastal Carolina, and Quashawn Sapp, senior, an offensive lineman from FAU.
Okay.
Prairie View signed 1. Jordan Campbell, a defensive end from Rice.
Okay.
South Carolina State signed Jaden Fuller, a defensive end from Miami, Ohio.
Mm,
Southern signed Ronnie Crosby III, a senior running back from Texas A&M.
mm.
They only have 1 FBS signing, Mr. Ford.
That means they're keeping it under wraps. You know they got more than that. They're keeping it under wraps.
Who's keeping it under wraps?
You saying the Southern ain't signed but 1 kid from the transfer portal?
No, 1 FBS kid.
I know better than that. And
All
you
right.
know better than that too. They
I don't
keep it.
know. From what I've seen,
Yes, you know better.
I've seen a lot of high school. I'm not even trying to
Oh yeah, I
play.
could believe that. But let me tell you
I've
something.
seen about at least
You
10.
listen. You get a chance to leave the Midwest and come to Baton Rouge and play at Southern. Man, that's a dream come true. They gonna get you got Marshall Falk down there and them people excited. I'm excited for Southern myself. And they gonna get what they want. You know, they just got to put it together. Because
All
Southern's
right.
gonna get them athletes.
So Trey Berry is a redshirt freshman running back from Minnesota. He transferred to Tennessee State.
Okay.
Marcellus Tate is a quarterback from USF. That's who Tennessee State got in at quarterback.
Okay.
Carlos Orgalipsi, a wide receiver from Utah State. Justin
Mm,
Logan is a linebacker from Arkansas.
mm.
Um, Eric Weatherly is a wide receiver from Ball State. And then Michael Joseph is an offensive lineman from Sam Houston.
Okay.
So you're saying that everybody else kept theirs under radar?
Yeah, you know they do that. They don't want people bothering their players. Yeah,
You can't bother them no more, can you?
you never know. You know, everybody's poaching.
I don't think so. I just think that I don't really think that that's what it is. I really think
I know
that
one thing. You said that you read just 1 FBS transfer for Southern.
yeah.
I know, but Mr. Mona, I know better than that. I know better than that.
Uh,
See, to come to Baton Rouge, that's a destination.
mm,
You say
mm.
you out there in Kansas and all them winter, that snow and all that stuff. You get a chance to go to Southern, you going to Southern.
Well, in terms of FCS to FCS transfers, Zach Williams, DB from Arkansas Pine Bluff, transferred to Alabama State.
Okay.
Mitchell Robinson Jr., linebacker from Robert Morris, transferred in to Alabama State.
Okay.
Kai Blue, offensive lineman from UTRGV, the Rio Grande School.
Yeah.
He transferred into Alabama State.
Okay.
Kareem Burke, a senior wide receiver from Arkansas Pine Bluff. He originally, I want to say, came from Florida A&M.
I
Transferred to
saw him when he was in high
Arkansas.
school. He's from Jacksonville.
and now he's at Alcorn State.
Okay.
Tyler Jefferson, quarterback from Florida A&M, went to Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
Guess who else? Okay, so this one must not be updated yet because Ethan Terrell, former Jackson State quarterback,
Yeah.
he committed to Alcorn State.
No.
Yes, Mr. Ford.
He's
Yes.
going to Alcorn.
Yes, Mr. Ford. Yes.
You know what? He might turn Alcorn out. He might turn Alcorn out. We got to keep up with him. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. He might save somebody's job too. Yeah.
And Alcorn picked up another quarterback tonight. Alcorn not playing.
Who did they pick up?
Stock Talk, who did they pick up?
Ethan Terrell is going to Alcorn?
Mr. Ford, why are you saying it like that?
I'm just I liked him. I liked him.
You're saying it like Alcorn. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, listen. It's a big pickup for Alcorn. That's a big
It is
pickup
a big
for
pickup. It
Coach.
is a big-
That's Coach. What's Coach's name?
Coach
Thomas.
ain't
Coach
playing.
Thomas. Yeah.
He had a bad year last year. I bet you it won't happen again.
I saw a lot of promise in them. I did, especially in the game against y'all. I saw some promise. Just got to put it together the whole season.
We gonna be in Norman this season.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all got to go to Lorm.
Bring your blankets,
Yeah.
your chairs.
Oh, yeah.
They ain't gonna have enough room.
You're right. That's always a big game.
It's a huge game.
Yeah, down there on the reservation, baby.
All
On the
right.
reservation.
No, but seriously, congratulations to Ethan Terrell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All
Oh, yeah.
right. Let's see who else we got here. Okay, Taylor Smallwood, a DB out of Chattanooga to Florida A&M.
Okay.
James Hayes, a quarterback from Alabama State, they transferred to Florida A&M. Now, I will say this, Mr. Ford, this is crazy. You know RJ Johnson from FAMU?
Yeah. Yeah.
He committed to UMass.
Oh, he committed to you, man?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
RJ Johnson from Florida A&M has committed to UMass. Wow. You don't think you could have kept him on the roster?
Well, I thought that Southern was going to get him. I thought Southern was going to get. Now, the middle school that I work at, that's the middle school that he went to. The people at my school, some of the teachers were there when he was a student there. And then he went to Westlake High School. So the people at my school are very familiar with him. Yeah.
Okay, and then Mr. Stock Talk says that the second quarterback that committed to Alcorn is Alvin Dinkins. He's a high school quarterback from Mobile.
Okay, from Mobile.
Is that the final? San Francisco 6, Seattle 41. Damn.
Ooh. What? That's Sam Donald getting ready to get some more money.
Sam Darnold is Seattle's quarterback.
Yeah, he's about to get some more money too.
He was the quarterback for the Panthers, and
I remember. Yeah, and the Jets too, right? When they went to Jets.
Oh my God, he was atrocious.
Yeah, and he was with the Vikings. Because I never understood why the Vikings got rid of him.
Ethan Terrell went to Alcorn. All
Yeah,
right.
he's gonna do well.
Lord have mercy. All right, let's see. Jalen Woods, the Southern quarterback, committed to Hampton.
Yeah, I heard. I heard that.
Dedrick Borden, tight end from Alcorn State, committed to Hampton.
Mm, okay.
Jackson State got Rob Adamson Jr., defensive lineman from Monmouth.
Oh,
Micah Gase, a senior linebacker from Tennessee State, committed to Jackson State.
okay.
Karan Tyler, of course, the Valparaiso quarterback, committed to Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrese Buffkin, senior DB from Western Illinois, committed to Jackson State. Amarian McLeod, offensive lineman from Elon, committed to North Carolina A&T. Matthew Cook Sr., linebacker. Oh, no, he left from Texas Southern. Chase Ward, linebacker from Jackson State, committed to Prairie View A&M.
I remember him. He's from Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donovan Thompson, sophomore offensive lineman from Campbell, committed to Tennessee State. Richard Garrett, defensive end from Western Carolina, committed to Tennessee State. Deshaun Carter, defensive lineman from Youngstown State, committed to Tennessee State. And that's pretty much it. Like you said, I guess what you're saying is they're not announcing who's doing what.
Well, they'll probably wait till February when the high school kids start.
They'll wait till February. Why would they?
You know, the first Wednesday in February is high school signing day, so they'll probably announce that and probably do that schedule. I saw Tennessee State schedule. They still got that old 2 Negro teams on their schedule.
Who has 2 Negro teams?
Tennessee State, I said Jackson. They open up with Jackson, and then I think they play Alabama A&M, and then that's it. Then they play the Hillbilly schedule with the OVC.
2 Negro teams.
Yeah, 2 Negro teams.
Dang, they said the Niners fumbled. Damn, Niners game. Oh, what? It says President Donald Trump is set to sign an executive order granting the Army-Navy game an exclusive 4-hour window. When does the doesn't the Army-Navy game usually play on the same day as us?
As a celebration month, yeah.
The president does not have the constitutional authority to guarantee a 4-hour non-competitive window for a college football game.
Basically, he wants that to be the only game on that day. That's all.
It says possibly having playing games on the second Saturday of December. Why are they trying to have playing games on the second Saturday of December?
Because they don't want them group of 5 schools in that thing. You done talked about that. They don't want Tulane and James Madison and them people. They don't want them in that playoff.
Getting their asses all whooped up and through there.
Oh, by the way, let me tell you something I want you to do. There was a interview done with Lee Fobbs' son. What's his name? The one that was a coach at Grambling. What's his name?
Broderick Fobbs.
Broderick Fobbs did an interview with the guy that's the capper. He's over, is it HBCU Sports? What's his name?
Ken Rashad.
Ken Rashad. You got to go back and hear that. And listen, all of y'all, it was a really good interview. Broderick Fobbs should be a head coach somewhere in HBCU football. He's a very smart, very intelligent guy.
Why he just don't wait for Grambling to open back up?
Well, yeah, because let me tell you something. You got to go back and hear that interview. He did an interview with Ken Rashad. I think it was this week. You got to hear it. You got to go back and listen to it.
Somebody said y'all fired him.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either. You know, we had gone to two.
Wait a minute. Why are y'all boycotting Rashad?
What it, what happened with Rashad?
I don't know. They said they're uh boycotting. Pew pew, no bang bang tonight. So they're saying 49ers fans are breaking TVs tonight. Dang.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it looks like Tennessee State's gonna play JSU, Morgan State, and Alabama A&M.
Oh, where they playing Morgan State at? In Nashville?
Um,
Are they
Nick,
going to Baltimore?
are they going to Baltimore?
I was shocked they didn't make a
Oh,
move.
homecoming. Tennessee State homecoming.
Oh, I was shocked that Morgan State didn't make a move as far as the head coach. I was really shocked about that. Because you know they keep saying that they want to come to the Celebration Bowl. That's one of their line items. You know, one of their goals. They've never been to the Celebration Bowl. Is now what, 10 years old? They've never been. Same thing with what you call them, Southern. Southern never been to the Celebration Bowl.
Oh, what they gonna have to do to fix that, Mr. Ford?
Hey, I'm gonna be watching Marshall Falk. I'm watching Marshall Falk, man.
What is Grambling gonna be doing this year?
I hope we win it.
Miss Coleman says, "Happy New Year, Mr. Ford."
Hey, how
Happy
you
New
doing?
Year. Fire Roman Banks, Mr. Ford.
Uh, I
I
think
cannot.
he's insignificant right now. This football thing is that lawyer Tony
Well,
Clayton.
if Southern wins, then he gets the credit.
No, Tony Clayton gonna get the credit because this, from what
Tony
I'm
Clayton
hearing, it's
gave the money. He didn't. He's not the AD.
yeah, but from what I'm hearing, he the architect, man, all this stuff.
So if it fails, then whose fault is it?
I guess it'll be Tony Clayton's fault.
All right, now.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, Mr. Ford.
Hmm.
Did you see Florida A&M? The men's team been winning, Mr. Ford.
Yeah,
They beat Grambling.
I heard you say it. Oh, I was listening to you. Yeah,
They beat
and then they
Grambling.
beat Southern. Then they beat Southern.
Yes. Now
Yeah.
you know Grambling. The Grambling coach was. They said he was very emotional. Playing FAMU. He ended up losing, but he was very emotional. You know,
Oh
because of how everything played
yeah,
out.
yeah, oh yeah. He's a good coach. That guy's a good coach. He's gonna be all right at Grambling. I think flag basketball is gonna go to another level. I really do believe the tournament's gonna be great. You know, um, I was listening. You talking about roughing. Uh, when you got a player like Ruffin, a guard like that, you're supposed to build around him by putting rebounders. See, big men make guards better. Uh, they said that Jerry West was an all-star, but once Wilt Chamberlain came to the Lakers, that made Jerry West one of the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So what they need to do for Ruffin is go out and get big men for it. Rebounders. They got to go get big men. That makes a guard better.
He doesn't. Does he even have any more eligibility?
Oh, he does. Oh, he doesn't.
Not that I know of. This was the
Oh,
year. Like you had the
oh,
chance
okay.
to bring the people that he needed. That was
All right.
already.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I know he's a player. He's a player, baby.
Like the time for you to recruit and do whatever it is that you needed to do, that was this off season. That's when you were supposed to do it.
That's true, baby. That's right. My high school coach used to always say, he used to tell us to listen, we're going to beat people in the off season. We're going to outwork them. We're going to be better organized.
Well,
Better
I'll say this for $100,000 team. I'm kind of disappointed that Bethune-Cookman done dropped some games now. Not for no
they got,
$100,000.
Anytime they pick you to win it, you're going to have a bullseye. That means you're going to get everybody's best game. You're going to get everybody coming for you. Everybody's going to be up. Yeah. Yeah. But now, I'm a big fan of Reggie Theus now. Man, that Reggie Theus. I wish I could get you to go back and look at him when he was at Vegas, when he was in college, and when he was with the Chicago. See, he was a star in Chicago before the coming of Michael Jordan. And when Jordan came, they sent him on his way. He could do it, baby. He was a 6'7" guard. I think he was from was he Compton, California? He was from some part of California. I can't remember what's his hometown.
Lord, y'all folks just be talking in the chat. But anyway, yeah, so they came up with a new game plan, Mr. Ford, in terms of guarding Deshaun. They didn't put 2 and 3 folks on him.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You know who did that? That's what Detroit did when Michael Jordan first came in the league. That guy was named Chuck Daly. As soon as Jordan would step across half court, he put 2 and 3 players on him because he was playing with a bunch of bums. And then they ended up going and getting Scottie Pippen, and that boy's name was Horace. Not boy, that man was named Horace Grant. And both of them turned into all-stars. And Jordan got the coach fired because he wanted Jordan to take all the shots. His name was Steve. He had played for the Sixers. He was Jordan's coach. What was his name? Doug Collins. Doug Collins wanted Jordan. See, Jordan said that Doug was not going to develop Scottie or Horace Grant. And so he went to the ownership and got Doug fired. Yeah, he did. Because Jordan knew the game. He knew that the way they were playing, they couldn't win a championship like that. Because he had played for Dean Smith. He knew the correct way to play basketball. Yeah. And they brought in Phil Jackson. Phil went and got a guy named Tex Winters. Tex Winters brought that during triangle offense with him, where everybody was basically a point guard. You know.
Yeah, they got Deshaun out there looking like Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards got 55 points today.
Who did they play?
And they still lost, the Spurs.
Yeah, that Spurs team. Yeah, Wemby. Listen, Wemby them gonna be very fun.
Who is Ant's teammates? How does Ant get
Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle?
Do they know how to shoot? Because what the hell? How does he get all the points? And they still lost.
He's there, Michael Jordan. He's there, Jordan. He's there, Jordan. And like he said last year, one of the things you talk about offseason, you're absolutely correct. They were telling him he had to learn how to post people up. Learn to play with your back to the glass. Because everybody now wants to sit out there at the line and shoot threes. See, back in the day, you could shoot threes and then you could post up because Jordan had a post-up game out this world.
Rush Street Reggie was from Inglewood. Reggie was a star from the Bulls, but was traded because Kevin Lockery didn't like him.
Yeah,
he used to date Jordan's wife. Oh, why are y'all dropping that kind of tea in the chat? Allegedly.
Allegedly, what now?
Reggie used to date Jordan's wife.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah, listen, Reggie them was in 1970s pretty boys. It was a 1970 pretty boy. Yeah, I remember everybody was crazy about Reggie. Listen, we were so mad. He came to the Hawks, and the players and the coaches were so jealous of him, and they got him out of here. Us was all upset about it because Reggie could play. He's 6'7" guard. He could do it. That's right. He's from Inglewood.
Oh,
Reggie could do it, baby. Reggie Field.
Yeah, but we definitely got the offensive player of the year. I think if our bigs step up, they're gonna have to step up. They're gonna have to step up this year. We'll have to get what we got. Pretty boy Theus.
That's him. Reggie Field. Reggie Field, baby.
Yeah, so come on now, Bethune. It's a 3-way tie right now, Mr. Ford. Well, not a 3-way tie because I think one of the teams has a tiebreaker over the other. But right now, in first place is Florida A&M. Bethune-Cookman. I know, right, Mr. Ford?
Oh,
right. I know, right?
Yeah.
In second place is Bethune-Cookman. And in third place is Jackson State.
Okay.
They all got 3-1, but ain't that something?
Yes, that's something. Because for years we used to think that A&M didn't care nothing about no basketball. They was heavy football. That was it.
That's why Gremlin coach was so mad that he lost to Florida A&M.
Oh yeah, because they didn't care about no basketball. Man. I talk to their people right now. Work with them. You ask them about basketball, and they like, what are you talking about?
They still don't care about.
Listen, them people I work with, they talk FAMU football the whole year. They talk FAMU football the whole year. And by the way, most of them going for the U Monday night. They going for Miami.
Let me play this thing for you, and then we're gonna Whitley, are we having a members only live tonight? Let me know. Mr. Ford, let me play this for you. I thought this was so great. So Jerome, he always has the best like clips and stuff like that he pulls up, like historical clips. So he pulled up a clip of the 1995 Honda Campus All-Star Challenge when Jackson State University defeated Howard University on BET.
Oh.
Yes, it's And guess who is one of the contestants?
Who?
Charles Bishop.
No.
Yes.
The sports announcer?
Yes.
Yeah, he be with Dr. Cavill, right?
Yeah. That's him.
He used to be with that other guy. What's the guy went up to Colorado?
Neely.
They used to be together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mr. Ford, can you hear that?
Wait, let's see that. No, hold on. Let's see.
Well, if y'all can't hear it, then they might have blocked it.
Okay, I can see it now.
Let me see.
Yeah,
Let me see if I can get it to play.
okay. Where's Brax?
In his room,
Okay.
watching cartoons, watching
Okay.
Okay, let me see if you guys can hear this.
20 points. Well done. Well done. All right.
You can't hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
I'm going for a 20-point bonus, 25-point bonus. From the 1920s to the 1970s, its level fell until its surface was nearly 100 feet below sea level. Now it's rising again and has inundated 6% of western Kazakhstan for 10. Howard Santagati.
Dead Sea?
No. Deduct 5 points. Complete the question for Jackson State. For 10 points, name this lake called a sea.
Jackson State, Hudson.
Caspian.
Caspian Sea is exactly right. Here's your 25-point bonus question. You won't find her listed under Democrat or Republican, but under the New Alliance Party. She's the first woman and the first African-American placed on the ballot for U.S. president in all 50 states. For 25 points, name this less than mainstream politician. Captain.
Fulani.
Yeah, Lenora Fulani, 25 points. All right, here's your toss-up. Going for a 30-point bonus.
Yes,
In
before we was
1994, Bill
whooping
Clinton became the
ass.
first U.S. president to
Yeah.
the French National Assembly. Since
Two
20
yeah.
points, which of his predecessors did so to promote the League of Nations?
Jackson State, Jackson.
Wilson.
Yes, Woodrow Wilson is correct. Here's your 30-point bonus question. In 1800, 31 years before Nat Turner's rebellion, this other Virginia slave organized a major revolt with the objective of seizing the city of Richmond for 15 points apiece. First of all, name this freedom fighter executed the year of his rebellion. Captain.
Bessie.
No, Gabriel Prosser. Secondly, what Virginia governor and later the 5th president of the United States called out troops to put down Prosser's troops?
Monroe.
Monroe is correct. 15 out of the possible 30 points. That whistle indicates we are out of time. We'll verify the scores and be back to announce the winner right after this. Stay there.
Yeah, but that was Charles Bishop. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
1995.
Yeah, 1995.
Man, I hadn't heard that lady's name. Which he said Lenora Fulani, right?
Yes.
I hadn't heard that lady's name and I don't know when. I remember her. She was a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
So that was just I would like to say that was a very nice clip to be able to look at and view. Which one was Bishop? The one where his last name was on there, Jamal. It says Bishop. It literally says Bishop on his name. All right. Oh, I wanted to say that the D2 transfer portal is different than D1 transfer portal. So
Right.
the transfer portal for D2 football, it remains open if I remember correctly. So unlike D1, like it's optional. There's a whole bunch of different things. So look for a lot of D2 athletes to be able to transfer to fill in those gaps, right? Like in the spring and stuff, or right before summer, you'll see some D2 players be able to transfer up. But anyway, all hearts and minds are clear. Mr. Ford, you got anything else to say? Oh, wait. You wanted me to do the Black College Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah. The people
All right,
that's
let me pull that up real quick. And Black College Hall of Fame inductees 2026. So the Black College Football Hall of Fame announced today its class of 2026. The
Mhm.
six-member class was selected from a list of 28 finalists previously determined by the Black College Hall of Fame Selection Committee. The Black College Hall of Fame class of 2026 includes Jimmy Smith of Jackson State,
Oh yeah.
A. Robinson Jr. of Alabama State, Nick
Mhm.
Collins of Bethune-Cookman,
Uh-huh.
Tyrone Poole of Fort Valley State, Coach Rudy
Yeah.
Hubbard of Florida A&M,
Mhm.
Steve Weich of Howard.
Steve White went to. He used to write for the AJC here in Atlanta. We've been knowing him for years. I saw Tyrone Poole's whole career at Fort Valley. I saw Eddie Robinson's career, Jimmy Smith's career. Who was the other person you called out?
Nick Collins of
I
Bethune-Cookman.
saw Nick Collins at Bethune-Cookman. I saw all of them play. I saw them all in play in college.
Jimmy Smith is Jacksonville Jaguars' all-time leading receiver. Smith became one of the cornerstone offensive players for the Jacksonville Jaguars from 95 to 2005. He leads the team in receiving each season over the span and setting franchise records for receptions and receiving yards.
Mhm.
5-time Pro Bowl selection, 2-time second-team All-Pro. He led the NFL in receptions in 1999 and was inducted into the Pride of the Jaguars, the franchise's Ring of Honor. Over his 11-year career, Smith totaled 862 receptions for 12,287 yards, 67 touchdowns, ranking among the top receivers in league history at the time of his retirement. Resilient and impactful performer. There's an early setback with injuries and limited opportunities. He emerged as one of the most productive receivers of his era, including a historic 15 reception, 291-yard, 3-touchdown performance against the Baltimore Ravens in 2000. Before his NFL career, Smith was a standout wide receiver at Jackson State University, where he developed into a top prospect and earned recognition that led to his high draft selection. Eddie Robinson Jr., head football coach of Alabama State University. He's named the 30th head coach on November 26, 2021, entering his 4th season leading the Hornets while helping restore winning culture and strong fan engagement. He's an Alabama State alumnus and standout linebacker, a New Orleans native. He walked on at Alabama State, earned a chemistry degree in 1994, led 4 seasons, was a 2-time All-SWAC Defensive Player of the Year and Sheridan All-American. He became the youngest inductee in the SWAC Hall of Fame history at age 28 and was later recognized as a MEAC SWAC Challenge legend. He's an 11-year NFL vet, selected 50th overall in the 1992 NFL Draft by the Houston Oilers. He played for Houston, Jacksonville, Tennessee, and Buffalo, including an appearance in the Super Bowl with the Titans. He was also an analyst and a broadcaster. He spent nearly a decade as a college football analyst for Fox Sports South, ESPN, ESPN3, and co-hosted a weekly television show, Inside SWAC. A leader, mentor, and community advocate. He supports the development of youth development and HBCU athletics through football camps, community outreach, and serves as an NFL ambassador for the USA Football. Nick Collins is a 7-year NFL career with the Green Bay Packers. He was selected 51st overall in the 2005 NFL Draft. He became a cornerstone of the Packers defense and one of the NFL's premier safeties. He's a Super Bowl champion. He played a pivotal role in Green Bay's championship run, highlighted by a memorable interception return for a touchdown in the Super Bowl. 3-time Pro Bowler, Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame inductee. He's a Bethune-Cookman alumnus and defensive standout, a native of Rock Hill, South Carolina. He started free safety for the Wildcats, earned all MEAC honors, and was later inducted into the Bethune-Cookman Athletics Hall of Fame. Tyrone Poole, 13-year NFL veteran cornerback, drafted 22nd overall in the first round of the 1995 NFL Draft. He earned a long professional career with the Panthers, Colts, Broncos, Patriots, Raiders, and Titans. 486 tackles and 18 interceptions. He's a two-time Super Bowl champion, Fort Valley State All-American and Trailblazer. He's a 4-year starter and became the first player in school history to be selected in the first round of the NFL draft. He also starred in track and field. He is currently the head coach of the Alabama State women's flag football. Poole brings championship pedigree, leadership, and passion for mentorship to growing the sport at the collegiate level. Coach Rudy Hubbard, legendary Florida A&M head coach, served as a head coach from 1974 to 1985, compiling an 83-48-3 record, ranking among the winningest coaches in school history. National and Black college football champion. He led the Rattlers to the inaugural NCAA Division I AA football championship in 1978.
Mm-hmm.
Orange Blossom Classic success in 1974 to 1978. Ohio State running back and historic assistant coach. And he is in the College Football Hall of Fame inductee class of 2020. Right. Last but not least, Steve Weish, HBCU advocate and champion of Black college football, a 1989 Howard University journalism graduate. Weish consistently elevates the visibility of historically Black colleges and universities through national coverage, including HBCU Go broadcast and HBCU Legacy Bowl analysis, spotlighting the rich culture and talent pipeline of HBCU athletics. He has a distinguished sports journalism career, built an expansive reporting resume with major outlets, including the Miami Herald, Washington Post, ESPN, ESPN2, a beat writer for the Atlanta Falcons before joining NFL media. He's a Howard University alumnus and early reporting roots. He earned a bachelor's in journalism from Howard University, where he began developing his reporting skill. First professional role included high school and small college sports for the Richmond Times Dispatch. So they'll be basically awarded that during the HBCU Legacy Bowl week.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's for all them people.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Okay. Did I get all the mess that we had this week? I think that's pretty much it.
And listen, one of the things that Jackson State's got to do, Jackson State has got to push Jimmy Smith and Harold Jackson for that NFL Hall of Fame. They got to put together a letter, and they've got to push it because them guys deserve to be in. That Harold Jackson deserves to be in there, and so does Jimmy Smith. They got to do that. When you talk to Ashley and them, again, let them know that they got to push for them. Y'all got two guys that should be in that NFL Hall of Fame. That's Jimmy Smith and Harold Jackson.
I think that if the Jacksonville Jaguars would have made it further in their Super Bowl thing, their Super Bowl run, I really think that we could have really pushed for that, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking maybe they don't want to have an HBCU with 6 Hall of Famers.
Well, if they're gonna be fair and equitable, it's 2 that's
a lot of Hall of Famers from a HBCU.
Yeah, that would be 6 for y'all, right?
Yeah, maybe they don't want Jackson State to have 6 Hall of Famers. They swear up and down we only just started doing anything of value when Dion came. So maybe that would be like.
Well, that's called ignorance. That's what they call that. They call that ignorance.
Dang. Well, Mr. Ford. Oh, wait, here goes Braxton. If you want to say hi, you got to step over.
Yeah.
Watch my lips.
Hello.
Hey, Braxton, did y'all study Dr. King this week?
No.
Did y'all talk about Dr. King?
Mr. Ford, he's been out. He had the flu.
Oh, he had the flu. Okay.
Yes, that's why I wasn't on this week, is because he had influenza A and then he gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep. Do you have anything else you want to say, Mr. Ford? You don't have any more tea?
Oh, well, I mean, there's so much tea out there, babe. There's so much tea out there.
I wish you would have poured some. Go ahead and pour it.
Well, I'm just,
Oh, wait, let me do
I'm
that.
good. I'm just looking forward to this basketball season. I really haven't got into the basketball season like I want to, because I'm still with the football. I can't do two sports.
Well, you know how to pull up the SWAC TV now, right, Mr. Ford?
Yeah,
You
I
know
can
how to
pull
pull
it
it up, right?
Yeah. Let me get this football out the way Monday night with UM and Indiana, and then I can concentrate on SWAC basketball.
You said let you get the what out the
Monday night,
way?
the Monday night game, the
Who plays on Monday night?
UM versus Indiana.
Oh, you think Indiana's gonna win?
I mean, it's gonna be a tight game now. I'm pulling for
Who do you think gonna win?
I'm pulling
think
for
Indiana.
UM. I go way back with them.
Well, Indiana's blowing folks out the water.
Oh, they good, man. I was telling some people yesterday.
You've been
This
blowing them
Kurt
out the
Signetti, he reminds me of Joe Paterno.
They're gonna regress next year when all their people go graduate.
Who is that?
Wait, what happened? Indiana, a lot of their, I think 70% of their team are like seniors.
Yeah, but as long as Signet is the coach, they'll win. They'll win.
Oh.
Like I told you about that guy at Prairie View. As long as he's out there Prairie View's gonna be a threat. They're gonna be dangerous.
Lord, I don't know what you guys are talking about because I'm not reading that.
Mm-hmm.
Who is delusional? Wait a minute. All right, Mr. Ford. I will see you next week, probably on Thursday, maybe Tuesday, but probably on Thursday. And we'll be doing our SWAC basketball update, of course. And we'll be talking a little bit more about any last minute switching up in terms of recruitment.
Okay.
Anyway, if you want to stay, or excuse me, if you want to go to the membership only live, all you have to do is stay on, and when it ends, it'll just automatically transfer you over. Everybody have a good night.
I've had some days and some sleepless nights, but when